Hey YouTube, it's your girl Miss TL. It's a shame that I still don't know how to use my computer. I've had Mac for forever, and I still don't know how to use the iMovie as well. So this is going to be a very brief video. I just wanted to come to you guys and talk to you briefly about some of the foolishness that's been going on in the blogs, if you read them or if you keep up with it. Um, I just wanted to talk about a few things. First, I want to say happy spring to everybody. As you know, in Maryland, it snowed on the first day of spring. It was like 1 to 3 inches of snow. So I'm not sure if I should be happy about that or not. At least it just got itself out the way, I guess. Um, so happy spring is coming. I want to talk about this daggone Dr. Phil and um, what's his name, Nick Gordon. I wasn't even gonna watch it, but for some reason, one night I just decided that I was just gonna be up and watching YouTube, which I should have just went to sleep. But why would his mom allow him to come on TV like that? Now I don't know about y'all, but I watch Intervention, like that comes on A&E, and I love A&E channel, by the way. Just if you ever see Intervention, it really is a good show. But I guess this is what it was about, his intervention, because the whole interview he acted like he was drunk or he was high or whatever he was on. And I just think it was kind of wrong to put him on the spot like that, you know, to make him look bad, even though he's incoherent. So why would you even put this interview up? He can't talk about the case. He didn't say anything about the case. He said he didn't like Bobby Brown, and I mean, I just thought it was just weird, and the whole way of how he got into the family and all of that, it just didn't make sense from the mother point of view and Nick Gordon's point of view. It's just that whole storyline is weird to me. So I don't know at this point what the case is going to be. I haven't heard anything else from Bobby Christina's family except for they're doing some kind of reality show on Bobby Brown's side of the family. Haven't heard any updates or anything about her, so I'm not really sure how this story is looking. I just didn't appreciate that whole interview. I felt like it could have just not happened. Just say he's getting some help, and that's that, because it clearly he was really drunk the whole time. It was really sad. I felt bad for him because when you are addicted to something and you've been going through stuff for years, people don't care about that. They say anything. And then Dr. Phil was kind of like egging them on. You can't fuss with somebody when he's drunk or they incoherent. It was just ridiculous to me. That's just how I felt about it. And the story about him trying to revive Whitney, we know that was made up. And I think they said he went to rehab with them 3 times and he wasn't there for rehab. We know that that's not true. So, like, come on, that was just really a waste of airtime. The second one is about this Karruche and Chris Brown situation. Now, a few weeks ago, Chris Brown was on The Breakfast Club, and he talked about, you know, that Tiger situation, him being on tour, Rihanna being with Leonardo DiCaprio, and how he wanted to, at least, if he had children, he would had the ideal situation of getting Karruche and Rihanna pregnant. And he talked about a few other things. So I was just like, I just thought it was kind of weird that that interview happened. But I like Chris Brown. I like his last album, X. I thought it was a great album. Um, but as a person, he just puts all his business out there. And one thing I want to say about Chris Brown is that he's always done that. He's always put his business out there. We know he's bipolar. He need to maybe take his medication a little bit more frequently, but he's always been who he's been. Now, that don't give him the excuse of how he treats women. That does not give him the excuse of that. But it's always been like that. Okay? So Karruche, if you've been keeping up with this foolishness about them, they always back and forth or whatever the case may be. All right, fine, cool. You love somebody, you do whatever you gotta do for them, whatever the case may be. But you go on Twitter and you say no baby drama for me, and that's it. And now all of a sudden you on Iylana fix my life, Karishi, Karishi, Karishi. I hope Ilyana really does fix your life. Real talk. Like we you have Chris Brown who publicly humiliated you by even going back to his ex girlfriend Rihanna. Then y'all have like this three some love affair, whatever the case may be. He goes to jail, comes home, puts you on blast about Drake and whatever the case may be, and you take him back. You take him back throughout all the madness and stuff that he has done. So now you can't do the baby drama, the baby mama drama. Really? Okay. So I don't know exactly what this interview is going to even be about because if you love somebody as much as she's claiming that she loves him, then I don't know if Ayana's gonna be able to fix that. I mean, it took Rihanna years to even see that, and he beat her up, and she went back even when he had a girlfriend. So it's just to me, they just making some silly decisions, but you don't know what goes on in people's lives, and I completely understand that. And you don't know, you can't live people's lives. There's always three sides to the truth. But they have been publicly living their relationship out on the media, so I don't really know um, what's going to come of this whole situation because we've seen everything there is to see. So I'm not really sure what I'm expecting to see from this. I like Ayana Fix My Life. I do like that show, so I guess tune in on the 28th if you really want to see it. If not, you'll hear about it on Twitter. I don't know. I don't, at this point, foolishness. The last thing I want to talk about is some more foolishness about this racism thing and that man who was found hanging from a tree in Mississippi. Let me tell you something. Like, it's a lot of states that I'm not going to visit, and it's bad enough I even go down south, but it's just some states that I'm just not going to visit. Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, they're like the three that I just probably will never visit if, let me not say never because you never know what happens, but I ain't going to plan to go there, okay? There's some states that I'm just not going to. I won't reside in, I won't pass through if I have to. There's no point in me going. If you find somebody hanging from a tree with a bed sheet and you saying that maybe it might be suicide or it could be homicide, what do you think? And you find somebody in Mississippi. Nan's hands wasn't bound or nothing like that. But I'm just trying to figure out, you know, me personally, just trying to figure out how you just get up to the tree and you hang yourself. I just want to know that. I'll wait. Right. Okay. So racism has existed from the beginning of the time. You can find it in the Bible. Racism has existed, whether it be the color of your skin, religiously, whatever the case may be. Racism has existed, and it's not going away anytime soon. All we know is that due to the new system, that's when everything is going to get better. People are experiencing racism. It was here before I was born, and it's just gonna be here. Unfortunately, as imperfect humans, we can't stop to see one another for certain skin colors or cultures or religious backgrounds. It's just gonna happen. However, I think that it's sad because we have an abundance of information today, and people are still ignorant because of not liking someone because of their skin color. It's just ridiculous. I personally, I'm glad I don't have children, in this system. I would hate to raise a child to say, well, people not gonna like you because of your skin color. Kids, they don't see color, so they don't know about the struggle. And now in today's society, we have so many cultures and so many races that's together, and people still, will look down on you and, put you down because of your skin. So I just, I feel for the people who are seeing racism going on. I pray, all the time that their families are comforted, with especially with the black men that's been going on. I mean, other cultures have been, you know, racially motivated against. It's not just black people. People always think, oh, it's black people, da 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 da. But I blame the media for some of this stuff because the media, you know, it's more patients going to the hospital with Ebola, but they focusing on the black men getting killed, And I'm not saying it to undermine black men being killed or black people being killed or whatever the case may be, but the media has a way of really just putting stuff out there that doesn't, you know, matter about the more important stuff. And this is important, but y'all know what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. So I want people to stay awoke with that matter because it does exist. Racism exists. It doesn't mean you have to be racist. I wasn't taught to be racist. I wasn't, brought up that way. We all had things that we have to work on as individuals, but people are people regardless of what your skin color is, regardless of what religion you are. You wake up the same way, everybody eats the same way, goes to the bathroom the same way, they put on their clothes the same way, and they talk, whether it's in another language or so, you still, a people. Just have different cultural backgrounds that's brought up. And that whole thing that happened in Oklahoma, I went to Oklahoma too, and the people was nice, you know. And just because people are nice to you don't mean they're not racist either. But it's really ridiculous. Like, I just feel like it's very sad that people don't like people because of their skin color, or they may have a certain stereotype about a certain person. People within their own race don't like people of their own race. So it's just dumb. But I really pray for that family, all the families that go through stuff like that. It's sad. I wouldn't want to wake up to see anybody in my family hanging from a tree or got shot because they was walking down the street with a hoodie on and some iced tea and all of that, or they robbed the store so they got shot because they was black, or it's just it's crazy. It's really crazy. So hopefully that doesn't have to happen to my family, and hopefully it will stop happening to families. And I pray that people make better decisions in their lives and look at other people's lives as, you know, it being something valuable, and it's not something that they can take, just because they don't like somebody. So that was my little brief little video today. I thank you for tuning in. It was just some stuff I had to get off my chest about some stuff I was seeing. And I want to do a hair video. My hair is still holding on, but I wanted to do this middle part with like some perm rods. So if I get a chance to upload it, because I still don't know how to work the computer, but if I get a chance to upload it, I will show you how I do the process of either two-strand twisting it, or I'm gonna do the small perm rods and rod my hair. So I let you know what's going on with my fitness journey, and since it's spring, should be able to do a detox, a 10-day detox soon, because every season I try to do a detox. So I'm going to try to do one coming up soon for 10 days. So I hope everybody has a good day. Please leave me any comments, like my videos if you haven't seen them before, and thank you for tuning in. Enjoy.